Hey y'all, this is Sean Browning, and there's another episode of True Historian. Today, let's talk about the assassination of Lord Mountbatten, the first Earl of Burma, last Viceroy of India. Lord Louis Mountbatten, also an admiral, war hero in both World War One and World War Two, was assassinated on August 27, 1979, by the extremist terrorist organization known as the IRA. The paramilitary organization assassinated Lord Mountbatten by sticking an improvised bomb, a remote controlled bomb, in his boat, the Shadow 5, the night before he was set to sail. 15 minutes after he set sail on that Sunday morning with his daughter, Patricia, and her two sons, Philip and Nicholas, the bomb was detonated, and also in the attack, either injured or killed, was a local of that town, a 15-year-old who was working for Lord Mountbatten that summer. Lord Mountbatten was vacationed as he often did, and even though he was threatened previously, or his life was threatened previously, he had rejected any notion of security, believing that who would want to kill the 79-year-old man, retired. But they killed him. And Lord Mountbatten was the uncle and one who raised Prince Philip Mountbatten, the Duke of Edinburgh, who was the husband of Queen Elizabeth II. He also was a mentor to Prince Charles, the heir apparent to the British throne. Now, the IRA also attacked and killed 18 soldiers the same day they killed Lord Mountbatten at the Warren game. Now, they claimed both responsible for both of them, and immediately after felt the wrath of not only the Queen of England, but the Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher, and even surprisingly, the Unionists of Ireland. As Lord Mountbatten was a popular royal, but he was also influential and well respected by many around the world. His assassination, tragic, was also, it shocked the world, and like the assassination of Franz Ferdinand, it triggered a crisis or a period of a war that lasted 30 years in Ireland. However, at the same time, the crackdown on the IRA seriously disabled the relevance of the Irish Republic Army, as they call themselves. And Margaret Thatcher labeled them as a terrorist group or criminal group first, so that she could try to, which made them lose their political rights of being the prisoners of war. And a lot of them ended up with life sentences. And until 1998, they were serving life sentences. Yet they're still apologizing to this day for the assassination of Lord Mountbatten. Now, if you're asking why I'm bringing this up, is because there's other groups that use nationalist or so-called political views for justification for their violent acts, their terrorist things. The Black and the IRA, Black Lives Matter, and other organizations, Ku Klux Klan, they all use political views instead of religious views, although they couple their political views with their religious views. To justify their acts of violence to cause widespread fear and panic in different places in society around the world. So people like to sympathize with them because they seem cool or their views seem justifiable, but they're not. And their views are only a facade. So they claim to kill Lord Mountbatten in 1979, the IRA did, because it was revenge for what the British had inflicted upon Irish. Yeah. But all of whatever their excuses, all of the one they gave, were nonsense. Because Lord Mountbatten had actually started to sympathize with their cause and was pleading for a peaceful transition of uniting Ireland and allowing Ireland to be its own country. However, like I said before, the attack on Lord Mountbatten and the attack that same day that killed 18 British troops in Ireland, knocked that out the window and caused the 30-year crackdown and the known as the Troubles. And to this day, there's still bickering in Northern Ireland between Unionists and Loyalists. Northern Ireland and the Republic of Ireland. But had they not killed Lord Mountbatten, who knows if Ireland would have just been united? I mean, different countries were allowed to transition out in peaceful transitions. But as I'm going to say in closing, all of these, and while I'm bringing these up, should remind us that we need proactive policing. Because no matter where you are going to get some knucklehead, some crazed fanatic